All right, lesson one. Lesson one is the myth of victimhood. So this lesson is contained within a group of lessons that are really about emotional intelligence, opening up the floodgates to my soul, my intake, and how I can bring in information and affirmation from the world around me such that it fills in lots of missing elements in me and helps me grow and develop. It's a different approach than saying, go out there and get and do and influence. It's a opening up to what's already there and trusting that as I do that and I get the watering or the light or the affirmation that's already coming at me, but I'm able to let that in more, that I will naturally grow and develop. It's really a beautiful model. So, another thing I'll say about it is we often want to go have influence and say, okay, I need to make a change. I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. Yes, that's true. But I think our generation even more so, and I think everybody's opening up to this, there's a real zeitgeist around self-care and being good to oneself and the importance of healing past traumas and this kind of thing. So I can go do, but if that's all I'm doing and I'm doing it in a way that wasn't nourishing in the first place, wasn't really helping me grow, it's likely not going to have the overall effects that I want for my satisfaction in life. Not to mention my ability to influence more. So we start with emotional intelligence. Really knowing myself, knowing how to let in more affirmation and things that will really help me grow. All that to say, our first lesson is the myth of victimhood. So, with victimhood, if you want to research this further, look up Stephen Cartman's Drama Triangle. Want to go deeper, dig into Eric Berne and transactional analysis. This stuff is amazing. There's some cool YouTube videos of Eric Berne and Stephen Cartman, and there's lots of helpful videos out there about this. So, but a lot of those will have you looking at the drama triangle playing out in groups, which it absolutely does. What this week's lesson is about is you really noticing how you create the drama triangle, how you create it almost like a frickin' nasty habit that you can't let go of. And we're so often designed to have some kind of a defense of, oh, I don't really, that's not true, or I've grown up past that. The news about this is that everybody's in it, like, a lot of the time. It's not a question of, oh, am I in the drama triangle sometimes? It's like, no, when am I in it? And how do I get in it? Those are the questions to be asking. And so the assignment, the myth of victimhood, it helps to notice how I set myself up to be a victim in the world. So here we go. I set my alarm clock early in the morning to get up and go play basketball. The alarm goes off and I'm a victim to my alarm. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And I'll snooze on it. I'm the one who set the alarm. And I'm already a victim to the alarm. I'm a victim to the day. I'm a victim to the basketball that I'm going to go play. I'm a victim to my coaching clients, like, oh, I have to get up and, get ready for the day. All this stuff. It's hilarious. I'm a victim to my dog. So that's an important part of this lesson, is notice the drama triangle. It's going to help you catch how much you pretend like you're a victim. The problem with this, if we look at it in terms of emotional intelligence, is that if I'm pretending that I'm a victim, I can't do the things I want to do. I'm not able to effectively respond. I'm not taking responsibility. I'm not able to respond to the situations and things around me. So your assignment is to notice that you do it. Notice that you do it. There's several ways you can do it. You could write a little triangle on a piece of paper and notice when you're acting like a victim. Notice when you're acting like a persecutor. Notice when you're acting like a rescuer. So those are the three poles: victim, persecutor, rescuer. And that's the beauty of them. And triangles, I think those are like circles and triangles, the strongest shapes. The drama triangle is super strong. As soon as I am a victim, it's very easy for me to turn around and be a persecutor to someone else, because if you only knew. If they only knew, and then it's also very easy for me to be a rescuer. Well, this is just more than I can deal with. I'm gonna look at my phone now. Notice, if you start picking up, every time you pick up your phone during the day is a wonder. You could just put a triangle on your phone and catch it and be like, wait, am I picking up my phone to avoid something? How am I rescuing myself from some situation? Oh my gosh. I mean, this is a lot. I might be rescuing myself just from feeling a way that I'm uncomfortable feeling. Little hint about upcoming lessons. Lots of things about feelings. We're starting with this one though, so that you can just get some of the BS out of your way, and it might help you notice more things about yourself as we get into the later assignments. So you are going to be investigating how you take part in the drama triangle. And screw it if you don't want to do that either. If you don't know what I'm talking about yet, then pay attention to it in movies, pay attention to it in other people. It's in every single movie, every single book. The drama triangle is happening. So, shared with you that way about getting up in the morning, setting my alarm, and how that is a way that I act like a victim. And then I persecute my phone by saying, fuck you, and turning off the alarm and rescuing myself by setting the snooze. I don't even need, I can use anything. So I get home from the office or from doing anything. I get home and my wife is working, she's painting, she's working on her computer or whatever. I'm like a victim before I even get home. I'm already like, oh, she doesn't love me. And then I can silently persecute her without, I don't even have to say anything, and just my mood, just how I set my computer bag down and my keys and this kind of thing, I can be in drama about it. I can rescue myself before I even get home and stop and get a candy bar. I've done that a lot less recently. Like, I can be a victim to my wife before I ever get home. So, look, I'm sharing that. I feel like that's pretty vulnerable. So look for it. Where do you do this kind of thing? These are habits. It's like, an old program running in my brain that doesn't really need to exist anymore. And it's designed, it was there to keep me safe in the first place, fine. But for starters, just notice. You don't even have to change anything. Notice it. And this is where a sense of humor is really good. Have a sense of humor about it. Another one. I calculated it one time on a training that we do called the Soft Addictions Training. I calculated this out one time. I spend about 9 hours a year opening my refrigerator, looking inside of it, not getting anything, and closing the door. I've probably stared into my refrigerator for like 30 seconds to a minute. That's a long time to literally, like, I don't know what I'm doing there. It's like there's a tractor beam or something. But if I can catch it, maybe I was in a session and I felt really uncomfortable with something a client was sharing. It brought up unfinished stuff in my life. And I was, and I failed at successfully grappling with that during the session. I avoided it, and I get out of the session and I just walk straight to the refrigerator and open it up. Maybe it was an attempt to rescue myself. I don't know. You know what? Darn it, that's the problem with teaching this stuff. Is a great idea for me would be to put the trauma triangle on a piece of paper in the refrigerator so that the next time I'm staring at it, I'm like, oh yeah, there's a trauma triangle there. Oh yeah, how did I get here? What am I rescuing myself from? What would I be persecuting somebody about if I was choosing to engage instead of look in this refrigerator? And get the consciousness around it. You're going to be learning skills about how to get out of the drama triangle as the rest of these lessons go up on YouTube. But there's no urgency with this. There's a kind of trick to doing this, which is sneaking around your unconscious mind. Our unconscious mind wants us to think that we're changing, wants us to think that we're really following our dreams, and then will set us up to pull that all back. New Year's resolutions, anybody? So, doing this bit by bit, gently, is a approach that works over the long term. Little tiny steps, little micro steps. So your micro steps this week are to notice the drama triangle. Notice it in yourself, notice it in your loved ones, in your friends, in your coworkers. It's all over the place. The only reason you wouldn't notice it is because your unconscious mind really wouldn't want you to. But as you start looking, you shall see. So notice it. Notice the drama triangle this week. Okay. I think that's all I want to share. Track it. Oh, again, if you have a coach or a therapist that you're already working with, share this with them. Talk to them about, like, do you see me acting like a victim, persecutor, rescuer anywhere in our sessions? What do you see that I don't? Share it with your groups. If you're really tight with your friends or family or something, and you ask them, they might be willing to tell you the truth and tell you how you're a rescuer, how you're always trying to fix things when you don't need to, or how you're a persecutor when you go off on people for not following instructions when you haven't really given great instructions. And when you're a victim, when you act helpless and hopeless. So you could do that. Also, there is a webinar I did that talks a lot more about this, and so we'll put that in the link too. But your assignment and the focus of this is something that you're doing each day. You're noticing the drama triangle in your life, in books, in TV, in movies, in your friends, coworkers. Notice the drama triangle. All right, go get them. And chat into the comments. Chat whatever you want. That's a thing. If you ask questions, like meaningful questions where you're really trying to get something, I'll likely pay attention to those. And share funny stories that you find. Have a sense of humor about yourself. All right. Take care.